Hello everyone, and welcome to the video of how you guys will make an oscilloscope using the items that ILA sent us this week for our science experiment. So let's just lay out all of our materials from now. So you're going to need the paper towel roll that came in our box. You're going to need a pair of scissors, which didn't come in the box, so I would advise that you find a pair of household scissors that you guys have laying around. You're going to need a balloon. You're going to need a popsicle stick. Now, I had an extra popsicle stick at home, so if you guys have, you can use that. However, if you don't, you can use the popsicle stick that came inside of your box that has tape wrapped around it. However, you are going to need some tape. So I suggest that you take some tape off of the popsicle stick, because you're going to see later on why we need the tape to work and use our oscilloscope. And also, you are going to need this small piece of mirror that did come inside our package. So you have to be very careful when you open the package that you don't let that drop out, because it's very crucial. And then we have our laser that was sent to us as well. So let's jump into it. So you're going to take a balloon and you are going to cut the stem of the balloon off, and the stem is the piece that you would blow in to inflate the balloon. So you're going to cut it off like that, and then we're going to take this and we're going to cover our balloon, we're going to cover our toilet tissue paper roll with the balloon that we cut. So real quick, just to show you guys, this is what our end experiment should look like. So just to give you guys a heads up. So now let's go ahead and open our balloon. This one's a little tricky for me. Oh, there you go. Let's go ahead and open our balloon. And I'm going to stretch the balloon. Give it enough stretch, so I recommend using your 2 fingers to pull it open. And then you're gonna rest it. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm resting it over the top of my toilet tissue paper roll. And you wanna make sure the top is very flat. You don't wanna have no air to the top, because that's gonna defeat the purpose of our experiment. After that, you're gonna get your popsicle stick, whatever popsicle stick you decide to use, and you're gonna tape it to the side of the balloon like this. So you're not going to tape it to the white part of your tissue paper roll. You're going to tape it next to the balloon, which gives it, because we have to hold it like this. So I'm going to use my tape, and I'm just going to tape this together like that. And boom. So far this is our first part. We are going pretty good. We have our support basically, and if you want to use any other form of stick or anything, you can. This is just to give us support to hold our popsicle, to hold our oscilloscope. So yeah, now this is when we move on to the part on using our small mirror. So what you want to do is get a very small piece of tape, and you're going to cut that tape into 2. Because we're going to need to tape down our mirror onto the balloon. So as you guys can see, I have a very small piece of tape, and I already had a very small piece taped onto the mirror. And so what I did that worked for me was tape down the 2 sides of the mirror first. And the reason you want a very small piece of tape is because the mirror is small, and you do not want to cover the entire mirror, because we need the piece of the mirror in the middle to shine our laser on. So what I did was I pre-taped the mirror basically before gluing it on the balloon. So as you can see, I have tape on both sides. My finger is covering the next end. And then you want to tape this right in the middle of our balloon. So let's see if that tape is good enough. Cool. And so now I'm going to put it right in the middle here. And you guys want to make sure you have enough tape so that the mirror sticks down. So after you get that to tape down, then let's use this one. It should look like this. So you guys can see when you tape your mirror down, make sure it's the side that you can see your reflection on, because you need the light to bounce from the mirror onto the wall in order to see if our experiment works. So once you tape down your mirror on your balloon, you're gonna face the wall. So let's pretend like this camera is the wall. When you face the wall, you wanna use the red dot that's in our laser, and you wanna try your best, holding it like this, you wanna try your best to angle the dot in the middle of the mirror. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna try my best. So like that. So once you do this, make sure you're facing the wall. You should see the reflection from your red laser dot on the wall. If you don't see it, the experiment is not gonna work. Once you put your laser through the mirror and it reflects on the wall, you are then going to speak through the tissue paper roll like this. So it's gonna cause vibration and sound. And at the same time though, you're gonna be holding your red dot like this, and you're gonna talk like that, facing the wall. And so what's gonna happen is the reflection on the wall is gonna move up and down and in different shapes, but it depends on how loud you talk or how soft you talk inside of the tissue paper roll. And that was our lesson that we would have done this week on sound and sound waves and the pitch of sound and what causes sound waves to move and how we can see sound waves. So make sure you guys try it at home. Send us pictures, send us videos on how you guys were able to get your oscilloscope to work. See you next semester.